Joining us this morning is a British-Nigerian filmmaker, actor, and presenter, renowned for creating impactful content that amplifies underrepresented voices. As the creator of the BBC documentary I Am Igbo, she explores themes of heritage, identity, and the Biafran's war legacy through a personal and compelling lens. Her work bridges diasporic stories with global audiences, fostering deeper connections and understanding with a unique storytelling approach. She sheds light on often overlooked narratives, and her dedication to representation has earned her recognition in the film industry. Through her work, she inspires a new generation of storytellers. Her impact extends beyond the screen, sparking meaningful conversations and reflections. Welcome with us, Elemchi Nwosu. Good morning, Elemchi. Are you there?
I am. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so because of time, we would have loved to gist with you longer, but time is fast spent. We are going straight into the crux of this interview. How was it creating the compelling story I Am Igbo, and what did you get out of it?
Yeah, sure. It was a project that I came across. It wasn't something that I thought would be as big as it has turned out to be, but it's essentially a documentary about the Igbo community across the world. And this documentary focuses on Wales in this instance, and it looks at how Igbos are able to adapt and thrive, and not just Igbos, but really Nigerians in general. But I am Igbo, and so I had to look at it through my own lens. And the documentary touches quite briefly at the start on the Nigerian Civil War and the remnants of that, and how different generations relate to that history, and how different generations as a result relate to home, our relationship to what we call home. So for example, my parents' generation, they were always had such a close affinity to going home, being home. They had a strong sense of patriotism. They were, pro Biafra, but I think there was this cognitive dissonance that was at play, which was that they hadn't reckoned with, which is that, that time had passed, but there were things that they were holding on to from that, that very difficult time in Nigerian history. So really the documentary was a vehicle to unpack that, to look at that from, my lens, which is the younger generation. And then also look at how, we're building home in other places around the world and thriving as a result of that.
Okay. So for people that want to see the documentary, how can they see the documentary? Where is it showing? On what platforms?
Yeah, sure. The documentary is currently on BBC iPlayer. So it's currently showing on BBC iPlayer until July 30th. So after that, it will then be taken down and put on my YouTube video. If you follow me on chi_onscreen on Instagram, that is my Instagram handle. So CHI_onscreen, all one word. The links to the YouTube, the documentary, everything is there, and you can follow the journey. Or if you just type in Chi Nwosu, I Am Igbo on YouTube, it should come up as from July 30th.
Okay. I love the importance of telling our stories, especially historical ones that would give lessons to younger generation. But how has the diasporan audience received the narrative that you have documented in this documentary?
The reception has been very positive, because there doesn't really seem to be a platform to have difficult conversations about, times in Nigerian history, like the Nigerian Civil War. That's something I don't think that's even openly spoken about or encouraged to speak in Nigeria. And so the reception was really positive. I got a lot of messages from people. I got a message, from someone in particular that was saying his dad was a teenager, similar to mine, during the Nigerian Civil War. And his dad has never, ever, ever spoken about his experiences during that time. And after watching the documentary, so he sat down, he watched I Am Igbo with his dad, and that was the first time ever that they had an open, vulnerable conversation where his dad was, reflecting on very difficult memories and the people that he had lost, the things he had lost, the way he had to start from scratch. And so I think we underestimate how much so much of us are carrying, you know, and it's not just Igbos. A lot of people from different ethnic groups around Nigeria really suffered as a result of the war, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Elemchi Nwosu. I wish we had more time with you to go deep into your work and other things that you're probably working towards the future. But thank you for joining us today. And thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions. All the topics we've talked about. We talked about Jigawa, you know, and their new policy for genotype testing, which we agreed that it was a good thing to do. And also we talked about the Obafemi Awolowo University as well, that we agreed that they should look into the sanctions so that it's not too heavy for the students, and students should also be allowed to have a total education and expression. Thank you so much, ladies. And for those of you who disagreed with me, it's my opinion. No,
we are all entitled to
my view. You have your view, I have my view.
Benny.
That's all we can take on the show today. Do have a lovely weekend. We'll see you again tomorrow. Your View Pigeon. Bye-bye now.